Sharks. My name is Kendra Bennett. I'm from Longmont, Colorado, and I'm here seeking $200,000 in exchange for 10% of my family's business, Honey Bunchies. Sharks, buckle up for a true Top Gun story with a tough-as-nails fighter pilot and an unstoppable love for his sweetheart. When my dad was an F-4 Phantom fighter pilot in Vietnam, he got by on candy bars and cola. He became hyperglycemic and nearly diabetic, which of course doesn't fly when you're a fighter pilot. That's why my mom created a honey-based snack that not only tasted great, but gave him a healthy source of energy. Fast forward 35 years, and Dad tried to recreate Mom's recipe, but Sharks, he did not get it right. He actually made something better. Dad managed to create a bar that is completely unique to the energy bar market. 42% of every Honey Bunchies gourmet honey bar is pure honey, mixed with crunchy nuts and covered in lightly salted and roasted sunflower kernels. It's the perfect honey-packed energy boost that's gluten-free, grain-free, and soy-free. And our coconut almond bar is peanut-free and Mr. Cuban, dairy-free. Oh, yeah. We're changing the stale, boring world of bars. So, Sharks, let me ask you, who's ready to suit up and get on the flight line with Honey Bunchies gourmet honey bars?
Let's go. Good job. Love Top Gun reference, you know. Great movies there. So I love I love honey. I add honey to quite a bit of things like tea and stuff as an alternative to adding sugar or things. Like as a kid, I would people would ask like, "Oh, do you want some tea with that sugar?" And I'd be like, "No, I'm good. Just like 8 scoops. No, it's keep more 10, 12, 15 scoops of sugar. Keep it coming. All about the sugar." I can't see why this wouldn't be worth $2 million. I assume there's a bunch of sales, and I assume that we're on that hockey stick even before we get to Shark Tank. Cool story though. That's it's neat to see some background. Now I do have some questions about honey, and I mean I'm not hypoglycemic or is it hyperglycemic? I'm not sure, but I always get those two mixed up. But or even diabetic, right? So I don't know if diabetics can still eat honey-based products, but I don't know. It sounds cool. I wonder also how like sticky it is, and I also wonder where the heck is Daniel Levitsky? Like, why is he not there? Why would they put this on an episode without him? Like with Mr. Kind Bar, I do love Kind Bars. So I almost wonder if it's like, oh, what's that, like peanut chews kind of thing where it's like, it just sticks to the teeth. I'm sure somebody's gonna ask that question once they take a bite of it. Cause I mean, it's all honey. So, it either could be like super, like stuck to the teeth, or it could just like stick to itself and like go right down. I guess we'll find out. There's no Robert to Robert it this time around, but there is a you and comments down below in the super community, which we'll get to one of your comments at the end of this video, as well as check out Kendra's website and social media. So stick around to the end.
Great job. And if you don't mind, this is actually my dad's aviator jacket, but it's cool. Really hot.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Can we try them?
Oh, please do. Good. Please do.
Wow, honey is truly the main ingredient.
Thank you.
Wow. It's really, really, really good.
That coconut almond is good.
So yummy and delicious, not too
These are
sweet.
amazing.
Thank you.
They're really good.
And you know what?
Really good.
My dad actually named the bar after my mom, who he calls Honey Bunchy. And they would have liked to have been here with us today, but because of my dad's PTSD, they couldn't come.
So what year did your father start the company?
So he started the company in 2010, but he had no background in food and beverage. So the first 3 years was just building the foundation. But we started retailing in 2013. Our first major retailer was Whole Foods. We're in a total of 1,200 doors now.
Good for you.
We're in Whole Foods Rocky Mountain region. We're in the Kroger banner, King Soopers and City Market in Colorado. We're in natural grocers, about 19 different states. We actually do really well in non-grocery as well. So we have a lot of independent shops all over the country.
What does it cost to make, and what do you sell them at?
Our retail is $2.99.
Yeah.
It costs us 81 cents to produce a bar.
What are your sales?
Year to date, we are at 300K. We expect to end this year at 519,000.
And what will you make on that 519?
We estimate about 22K.
Oh.
But what's really exciting is that next year we're projecting 2.2 to 4.2 million.
What?
Such a large jump. What's going to happen?
It is a large jump, and there are 5 reasons for that large jump.
boy.
Not 6. Not
Let's
6.
hear all
5.
7-Eleven.
Okay.
Number 2, 3 nationwide distributors.
Okay.
Number 3, a national retailer that sells by the box, not by the bar. Number 4 is the anticipated growth that we're expecting online because of the billboard the first 3 are going to create. Number 5 is our private label client who is partly owned by 2 world-known athletes.
So these aren't guaranteed purchase orders. You're just in dialogue with them, right?
Actually, 7-Eleven is happening.
Okay.
Is a purchase
Is happening. Okay. All right. So that I love that Kendra came with explanations. The Sharks actually let her go through with those explanations and didn't shoot them down real quick or try to dismiss any of them. Look, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face, right? In this case, if only 2 of the 5 come through, right? Because the other problem is it isn't just having those people to be able to sell, right? They actually have to sell. They have to get, obviously, if they're willing to give up shelf space from something to this, there's a reason, right? All the Sharks seem to love the product. That's awesome. Ding, ding for that. I'm looking forward to trying it out myself as a Honey fan myself. But even having 5 acts on that and having a range from 2.2 to, was it 4.2 million? That's still, that's a huge 4x in sales. If again, you look at it, you say we got 5 things. Hopefully the 5 things come through. It'll be sunshine road. Everything's going to be awesome. What I'm curious about though is 300,000 in sales, soon to be 519,000. But this was probably taped in September, so by the end of the year, 519,000 in sales, which is great. That's not bad numbers. But you look at okay, it's been around since 2010. Really got off the ground in 2013. That's 10 years ago, right? So it's been a minute. And I guess the question is why hasn't it gone further? Why hasn't things ramped? What's gotten in the way to that growth, that real hockey stick growth? That having 5 different paths is awesome. That opened up 5 opportunities in front of you. 7-Eleven's on board, but she didn't confirm a PO. Maybe they'll push her on that a little bit. But even still, I think. You get 5, you're hoping that 1 to 2 come through, and with that 1 to 2, hopefully that's that 2.2 million jump, that $1.5 million, $1.7 million in revenue jump for in 1 year's time, which is again absolutely astronomical to get and to be able to supply all of that, because that's the other half of the equation that you have to think about. It's not just, well, can we get people to sell them? Cool, but can we actually get them produced and ship? And then the level of complexity that comes with that. Now, Kendra did mention they have independent retailers across the country, which is awesome. But there's a big difference between shipping 1 case or 2 cases. And now we're talking pallets and pallets and pallets to distributors. Big difference in the complexity that you're going to run into and the kinds of issues that you're going to come up against when trying to do that, especially in a relatively short time.
order in hand, and that's half of the
as close as you're going to get to a purchase order in hand. It is the opportunity to sell into all 8,500 stores at the 7-Eleven annual trade show in February.
Do
So
you have that order, though?
they had a application process with 700 applicants for their Brands with Heart program, which they are using to support emerging brands such as ours. We were in the top 1% to be offered a free booth at their annual trade show to sell into 8,500 stores. So that is happening. We are going to the
So wait
trade
a
show.
They're
second.
not guaranteeing you any sales to any of the franchisees or corporate owned, right?
Not guaranteed, but come on.
Oh, so you mean,
I know how to sell.
you still have to convince store by store or region
Yes.
by region to take on the SKU?
I don't think it'll be that difficult. We'll be at a trade show. All of them will be there in 2 days.
I felt that way many times in life.
Yeah, it's not easy. I've done those trade shows, and it's you and a lot of other people. Now it's great to get the golden ticket to go in. Like ding ding, not everyone's getting that opportunity, right? Maybe. I mean, it depends on how it's shaded, right? So, are they paying for the booth? Are they paying for you to be there, right? I guess that's my question. If I'm in the top 1%, I don't want to pay a booth fee. Yeah, maybe I got to pay my hotel, my way there, and set up my booth and everything. But when we're talking about, am I paying a booth fee to be there? If I'm paying that booth fee, am I? Look, it's an opportunity, and that's awesome. But that ain't. I mean, that's promises to nobody, right? That ain't a PO. That's, you're getting to meet the right people, and maybe down the road. Because remember, when you're dealing with a small box store, like a convenience store, like a 7-Eleven, there's, everything. I always say everything has to pay rent. So if you have, so many square foot, that square foot's got to be paid for by the things that you're putting inside of each square foot. If it's not paying its rent, it's got to go. So you have these big brands like the Kind Bars of the world, the Cliff Bars of the world. What's going to go? What's going to be put there? I think it's a tough thing. I don't know if they're going to talk about the logo and stuff. I mean, I don't hate it. Where we at? Here, yeah. So I don't hate it. But I think I almost wonder if it's holding it back. I'm not a like 1,000% branding expert, but I like the Honey Bunchies. It's the B. The B, I think. I don't know that I love it. It just doesn't. I mean, there's a reason that when you look at Honey Bunches of Oats, or not Honey Bunches of Oats, the Honey Nut Cheerios, the B has evolved over the years to look a certain way. And if you even look at like Burt's Bees and things like that I don't know. I like the Honey Bunchies. The B I don't love, and I feel bad because I feel like I'm talking about maybe somebody's kid who drew the bee. I'm not sure. I mean, as if it's a kid's drawing, I love it. Let's put it and take out some Cliff Bars or some Kind Bars, like some of that space. It's going to be tough. I mean, like even Jocko or whatever. Yeah, I'm going to get roasted for not knowing his name. But that Marine guy, he has his own bars, I believe. He has his own drinks and bars. You're going to bump him with that? I don't know. It's a tough call. It's definitely not an easy call for a franchise owner to give up space on something, especially if it's selling to something that's, even if it tastes great, is still kind of unknown. You got a lot of free samples to be handing out to win people over.
Sales projection for her honey-based energy bar, Honey Bunchies.
I want to understand it. They've approved the product. It's now your job to sell it into the regions.
They've approved the product. We're already in 14 7-Eleven stores, and we have proof of concept. We know it sells there.
Kendra, look, Great product. I loved it. They tasted amazing, but the energy bar / candy bar business is brutally competitive, and you're able to run profitably, put $22K to the bottom line, and continue to scale it. And I know you want to accelerate that because that's what we do, put gas on the fire. But it'll take so much to get to a point where there's a return for me. I just don't see it. So for those reasons, I'm out.
So I want to point out the B smaller, like on the when I don't want to go back because it'll take me a bit because it's all shot live, right? The B when it's smaller, I like it a lot better than when it's blown up. When it's blown up, it just doesn't convey the right thing. I think like on her shirt and on the bar size, I think it makes a lot more sense.
Kendra, your parents' story, fabulous. I'm not personally a big fan of honey, and that's just my thing. Most of the world is, but I have to love what I invest in. It's just not right for me, so I'm sorry. I'm out.
You're such an optimist. That's what makes you a great salesperson. It's your biggest liability, too. You're projecting $2.2 million in sales next year. Of course, you're feeling optimistic that you'll get them, and I hope you do. But you don't invest on someone's optimism. You like to see the fact that justifies the
I
figure.
wouldn't be as far as I am if I were only an optimist.
No, you're not. You're a very hard worker and an optimist. But in projecting out, optimists tend to overestimate. So because I don't have that belief in the numbers as much as you do, I am out.
Okay. Thank you.
Family businesses are often tough for an investor. Often I find it challenging to come in and disrupt whatever is going on, so I'm out.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, what David's saying is not wrong. Family business is tough. It's not for everyone. If it was for everyone, everyone would have a family-owned and operated business. As somebody who has grown up and operated inside and operated a family-owned business, it is not easy. Every day can be a struggle. Yeah, there's stories where everybody gets along. I can tell you not just stories from me, but friends that are in family that are in family businesses that people are smashing things and breaking things, and then everybody goes and makes kisses and makes up, and it's not always pretty. It's not always pretty. But with that said, pretty much every business that goes on Shark Tank is some form of a family business. Very few are I would say aren't of that stature. Yeah, that's a weird thing that's a weird take, I think, to throw out there. Not that David's wrong, but that just isn't that just I don't know, it just isn't a great one.
Kendra, the amount of work ahead of you is unbelievable.
Yeah. But you know what? We're a hard-working team.
I believe you. I believe you. But, you don't know what you don't know yet.
But you can tell us what we don't know if that is necessary. We have stretched our own personal money all this way.
I respect that, but to take on an investor with a valuation that's completely insane at this point.
Well, then make me an offer that fits the valuation that you're interested in.
No, it's...
Aw. This is everything.
Get 10 cents a bar.
It's everything. We have put it on the line. And we've been through a lot of hard times. I mean, we took a huge hit during COVID, and we pushed through, and we got through it. I don't know how. I mean, it was hard work, a lot of tears and fighting, but we did it. I know we have something special, and I hear it every day. People email us and beg us to never go away. If you go and look at any of our reviews, we're 5-star rated. Our heart's completely into this.
Kendrick, the road of entrepreneurship is not a destination, it's a journey. It is full of heartbreak for everybody. I gotta tell you, I don't make emotional decisions when I invest. I make pragmatic, factual decisions because I have to deal with what's put in front of me. I can't take this journey with you. I'm out.
Can I just point out that she even mentioned Kendra mentioned fighting, right? Because there is. That's what family business is all about. And for better for worse, that's what it is. Yeah, it's a shame that nobody wants to take that journey. And because like clearly it's a great product. I feel like the margins could maybe be a little bit better. Because you're retailing at $2.99, so you're 81 cents. They're gonna want to buy it for $1.50. So you're like right on the like right there. You really got to get that. I would get up to $3.99, $4.99 if you could, because I mean Cliff Bars are at $4.99, but maybe even $5.99 at this point. It's been a while since I bought a Cliff Bar.
I think you might regret it.
I hope
think
we
that
do.
you will.
I hope we do.
I hope I do.
We wish you nothing but success.
Thanks,
you.
Kendra. All the best.
Thank you, Kendra.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I'm gonna check out our website here in a second.
I'm a little bummed, but it's okay. There's always a silver lining, always. So I guess that's my optimist side. But it's gotten us this far, and we'll keep going. There's no question.
It's very hard to say no.
I thought somebody was going to cave and say yes, and I was afraid it was going to be me.
It's very hard to
The
say.
optimism, as you said, Barbara, is challenging because everything she said she didn't actually technically have.
Well, she believed it, no doubt.
Yeah, no, that is you. I mean, you got to, right? Because that's why she got upset and the tears flowed, because clearly there isn't anything else there, right? So this is it. This is where she's got to make the stand and make it happen. And I would say that, it's 10 years, 13 years if you go back to 2010. You gotta be, 300,000 in revenue sounds great, but it ain't a whole lot of money to pay a lot of people, and that's the problem. It's got to grow significantly. But woman-owned, veteran-owned, family-owned, Colorado made. So I don't know I don't know if she's a veteran, or is it veteran co-owned, woman co-owned, family co-owned. Colorado made. But anyway, I love seeing the Shark Tank right at the top. I'd like to see more faces here. Retailers include 7-Eleven, King Supers, Kroger, Natural Grocers, Whole Foods. So it's great to see. You could get a box. I guess it's a box of it. The peanut pecan Bon Bee gourmet honey bars, previously known as Honey Bunches. So is now Bon B. So I guess they've rebranded, but they kept the B. I mean, I wonder if the Honey Bunchies it was up against Honey Bunches of Oats. Like, I wonder if that is part of the problem, why they needed to start to rebrand. I would love to know. But Kendra, I'd love to have you come on the show. Just drop a comment down below and we will make that happen. So over on Facebook, we got 804 people liking it. There you go. You got 3 hours ago, quite a bit of engagement there. Let's go over to Instagram. Yeah, some of these posts got quite a bit. I mean, look, this just goes to show you. Like, I don't know if can I zoom in here? So, you got Honey Bunchies there. You got Cliff Bars right under it. You got One Bar, Tea Crunch, Met RX. What one of these, something had to get bumped to be there. It looks like Kind Bars are $2.49. So Honey Bunchies at $2.99 is a little bit more expensive. No, Cliff Bars. Yeah, they got Cliff Bars for $2.49. I've paid as much as like $4 or $5 for them before. So $2.49 doesn't seem bad at all. And this is, are you in Dallas? Is anyone? Do you know anyone in Dallas? We need you. I do. I know a few people in Dallas. We will definitely be connecting there, Kendra. 80 followers over on Instagram. Bon B. I like the Bon. I kind of like that name, Bon B. Anyway, Kendra, just drop a comment down below. We'll make that happen. Like Bella Novo said, to the moon like FTX. Ooh, too soon. Made me laugh so hard. Thank you so much, Bella. I appreciate you being a part of the super community. It feels great to be back. I was gone last week in Disneyland. If you didn't see the pictures, go to the community tab here on YouTube and check out a couple of the pictures from our vacation. So yeah, make sure you're doing things for the people that are and the things that are most important to you, and taking that time. Yeah, should I have did Shark Tank? Yeah, would have been cool to do it from Disneyland. Yeah, could I have done it? Yeah. Should I have done it? No, because it would have. I was already exhausted by Friday. I was super exhausted. So anyway, I'll see you in one of these two videos over here. Take care and go be super.